Good morning to you on this new Wednesday. Today is January 22nd. It's 6:08 in the morning. And I will say I'm pretty tired, for no reason exactly, but my sleeping habits have been pretty heavy over the last month or so. Don't know what it's in lieu of, can't figure out if there's a reason for it or even if it's a bad thing. But I know that I've just been heavy and hard in that bed, and it's can be refreshing, but I gotta really like come out of where I am in dreamland to make it, to the world of the living and everything else. But it's been something else. But there are days like today that I'm just like, oh, it's a struggle just to kind of like even be here right now. But it's all right for me. I got no problem with it. Um, Weight's kind of at stasis right now. In fact, I had my blood work done, which is all I'm going to talk about pretty much today for the most part. And it's something that really, the numbers are fantastic. And I get to actually change some of the things I've been doing recently. So I had my physical done last year in March. And that's actually the point when I guess with my glucose levels or whatever else, the doctor was like, "You're diabetic." I was like, "Dude, I'm not diabetic." He goes, "No, but your sugar is at a level that you are diabetic." And he mentioned of getting on the semaglutides originally then. I was like, I don't want to go into all that stuff right now. Why don't I do another blood test in like, 6 months? I'll come back and we'll do it again. He goes, "I don't want to wait that long. If you're there and we have to do something about this, let's do it as soon as possible." Then he told me the whole theory that your blood kind of recirculates and regenerates every 90 days. So what usually happens is it's gone through its life cycle enough that in 90 days you have new blood and you can test that. And he didn't really want to wait all 90 days. He goes, "Come back in 2 months. And in 2 months, at least if we do a blood panel, we can get to see the trend. Are things trending up or are they trending down? And then take action." I was like, okay, that's pretty good. So I kind of started making a couple changes. And in the 2 months, it kind of went down to pre-diabetic from that perspective. So I was already making some good things. But at that point, I had 2 months to think about it. I was like, I'm hearing about this stuff. Maybe I should give it a shot. I've tried to change my health myself and didn't really meet with much success. So maybe I should go on it and change things also. And I did. Now, the thing was, because we had done a full panel, which included the cholesterol, triglycerides, all that kind of stuff in March, that's not what we redid 2 months later in May. May was more of like a sugar panel kind of a thing. So the results I have here today are the results of 10 months between March 24th and January 10th. And let me just say the results are fantastic. So I'm going to full screen this while I talk about what I can talk about. So here you go. This is what it looks like. So the cholesterol itself, I used to be even higher than 200. So they got that range between 1 and 200 or 1 and 199. And I used to be always at above or at the just top of that curve. So you saw that in March it was 195. Now I'm sitting solid in the middle at about 150. So that is a huge change going on right there. The triglycerides also, I was high on that. I used to be even higher. I think when I really started getting into some of this stuff, I was probably at about 300 or 350. Okay. And for the last number of years, I've been taking this medication, which is like a generic Lopid. kind of thing. So I take this like 2 times a day. And it brought me down to like the 170. But with everything I've been doing now, boom, there I am, 93 on the tris. I am in a healthy triglyceride range right now. So this is fantastic. The HDL cholesterol, I was never generally a good number there. In March, I was at 42, which was in the good range. And now I'm lower, so I'm below normal at 35. But that was kind of like where I always was. So that number being low doesn't cause alarm right now because that's kind of where my body usually sits. He mentioned to me, he's like, something, throw more fish in your life or something like that. But I always thought that with exercise, your HDLs were supposed to get a lot better. So I was surprised to see it go down. But where it is my stasis on HDL cholesterol. Again, HDL being the good cholesterol. I always think H for healthy. VLDL, I've only ever had one person, a nutritionist about 15 years ago, ever ask about that. So, and then the LDLs are the bad cholesterol. Okay, I used to be high. Now I'm in the range. Still in the high part of the range, but I'm in the range. So my blood work came back fantastic. Let me take this down now. So what does this mean? Oh, by the way, there's one more component of this I did not put on the screen, but it was my liver enzymes. We were always concerned about it. And on a prior video recently, I did talk about the ultrasound done of my abdomen. And he saw the liver, and the liver had shrank. So originally it was fatty liver disease, and now it's gone down significantly enough that it does not look like there is much fat deposits in there. So I took care of that, and now the enzymes are exactly where they should be. They are very normal. So he no longer has a concern about the liver looking at everything we've looked at this year. Actually, in the last couple months. So, but the good news is the cholesterol is in check. And I've never had my cholesterol really be in check, so this is like an amazing thing for me. Now, in an effort to see how things are going, like, was it just the lifestyle? Was it the pen? Was it anything else? So we're going to start peeling things away. So now the prescription, I'm going to stop getting refills of this. Now, as it is, I've got plenty here. And this is a whole thing of 60 tablets, which is about 2 months worth. And this one here isn't that much less. So I probably have another 4 months of the medication still on hand. I should probably stop shaking it while I'm trying to talk. But I got 4 months of this still on hand. So I'm going to go through it, finish it out, and just got to not get refills. Okay. On top of that, I was taking fish oil, which is also supposed to be very good for your cholesterol levels. So I don't have much left in here. I think I only got about a week left in this, tops. So then I'll stop taking this as of next week. And then 4 months from now, I'll stop taking these. And then I'm off that medication. Then when I get my physical, maybe next year, we'll see, like, okay, how is it without medication? How are things going? So it was a good day to get a blood test, and everything looks fine. I'm glad I got my appointment in the books before coming back here today. The one thing he did mention, by the way, is he did say that my iron levels have decreased. And he wanted to put me on some iron supplement, some ferrous, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, no, I don't want to go back on the pills. I'm trying to get off of pills. Tell you what, let me go eat some steaks, eat some chickens, whatever else. Let me see if I can work on it from that perspective before I take a supplement or anything else. So, that's another thing we will look at as time goes on. It's possible if I get a blood work done, I'm going to see him for a physical, I think around like April 1st. So I think if I get blood work done, I should be able to, again, see a trend if the iron's going up or down and determine whether or not a supplement is required. Other than that, it is one of those things where I'm kind of at, like I said, stasis with the weight. I'm still in the same range that I have been for the last 2 months. So I'll put it in the note below. But I've been reintroducing food to my life and not been dieting as much as I had before. But it's interesting because I'm still in a sensible portion frame of mind, and I watch what I put in my system as well. So I might be at a this could be where I am. You know, I'm actually very happy because I finally pulled this shirt out of the drawer. This is my BB King shirt. I went to go see him live in Morristown back in like 2002 or something like that. So, um, this shirt did not fit for many years, but now I can put it on and it seems pretty good. So I've been getting compliments as well, which are always nice to hear. And like I mentioned even last week, my training has gotten great. Even yesterday, just doing like knee bends for the abs while sitting down on a bench, I'm popping them out without really struggling. That third set isn't the hill to get over. Um, we were also doing some work with dumbbells where I would lean back in the chair. Actually, we did it three ways. We had it flat, incline, and decline, where it was just do a regular press with two dumbbells and then put them together and put them up that way. Had problems with the weight doing this originally, but then I was able to get better as the elevation changed. But I was able to knock them out. And he goes, dude, you know something? That was the weight you struggled with when you first started. And now you're doing both of them like that. And just the fitness is getting great. Even the push ups I was doing against the bar, low to the ground, I was popping them out. So that's the kind of thing that's going to really be helping me out as I go forward as well. On that note, I thought the alarm in my house was about to go off. On that note, that's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to talk. And otherwise, you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. All right. Bye bye now.